I'm telling you, can't stop time. You cannot stop time. Don't you. That's right, Veronique. Just saying. Just the general note. Right. Let's chant a little of page 28, and then we're going to chant from page 43. Okay. All right. All right, 3 ohms. Om. So I've been chanting number 50 and 52 together, and it's 4 of each mantra, and then it goes back to number 50. 4 times Hari Om, 4 times Om Namah Bhagavate, and then back to Hari Om. So join in. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. That's 1 time. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. That's 2 times. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. That's 3 times. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Now go to the page number 52. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's 1 time. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's 2 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's 4 times. Back to Hari Om. Hari Om, 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 Hari Om. Now look over at page 43. We'll chant number 2.30, the yamas. Ahimsa, Ahimsa, Satya, Satya, Asteya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Aparigraha, Yamaha, Yamaha. So you see those dashes in between the words, they're not supposed to be there. And when two vowels come together, the second vowel is going to be silent. That's called a sandhi. So it would be ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. Your turn. Ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. Ahimsa, satya, steya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. So Hari is the remover of obstacles. Bhagavan or Bhagavate is a energetic, a spirit of energetic, of divine energy that's in the heart of all living beings. And when we think of that, we actually are talking about starting to eliminate otherness and start seeing oneness. Like when you see the divine energy in all beings, then you don't separate yourself from them. You see yourself as you with them. This is of the union of yoga. Patanjali says, well, once you kind of figure that out, that like everything is interconnected, then maybe you need to start living by a certain set of ethical standards. And he gives them to you. He says, ahimsa, satya, seya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. Ahimsa being non-violation, non-violence, non-harming. Those terms will be all put to ahimsa. I think they're all great. I like non-violation because it's more subtle than non-harming and non-violence. There's something that includes, like when you say non-violation, that your inner thoughts, the things that you don't say publicly, they matter too. That those are violations, and that maybe you have to even start thinking about things on a more subtle level than just harming or violence, right? That those violations become like those darker parts of your personality. In psychology, they would call it the shadow self. That you, like Patanjali wants you to shadow self, right? He doesn't call it that because that's a later 19th century term, but he wants you to start to know that there's a side of you that you're going to have to get under control. And you start by practicing non-violation. Don't violate these other beings that are divine energy. Satya. Satya is translated in truthfulness, but the first word, the Satya is made of two words, Sat and Ya. Sat is unchanging truth, not subjective truth. It's truth that doesn't change. So Sat would be mutually beneficial for all parties, right? Not my truth, not the way I see it, or like, let me tell you about the way I think about this because this is the truth. Those things don't matter to him. Those things, he's saying, let go of those things because those are violations. Those are things that harm. So he's saying, focus on unchanging reality, the divine energy in all beings, right? That doesn't change. That's Sat. That's Satya, truthfulness, right? Then he says, asteya, don't steal, don't take what's not yours. And here again, if you're operating on a subtle level, it's not just material objects, but it's like taking somebody's hopes, taking their wishes, their will to live away from them, right? And because you can see that happening all over the world right now, where people are taking away just the essence of other beings, not just human beings, but other beings, I saw today about a mountain lion who in Olympia, Washington, had actually attacked a child. It's a mountain lion, and they euthanized the mountain lion but the mountain lion's just doing what the mountain lion does. Mountain lion's a mountain lion. The mountain lion hasn't got the capability of having this spiritual discussion that we're having right here today, right? The mountain lion saw the child and saw the child as food, right? That's what makes you different from a mountain lion. But we can see the divine essence in the mountain lion. You know, maybe the mountain lion should have been moved to a new location away from people, because the mountain lion is just a mountain lion, right? Then brahmacharya, continence, restraining sexual energy, and finally aparigraha, non-gripping, letting go when the time is right. Don't hang on to things. Don't grip. Don't, whether it's like material objects that other people could have a better life with, or just time to let go of the body, right? A good death is also a parigraha. Setting up nice and tall, close the eyes, inhale deeply through both nostrils, fill up the lungs. Feel how expansive you are. Exhale everything out. Still feel how expansive you are. Inhale halfway to a comfortable level. Start making short exhales on my clap. The inhales are happening, but they're passive. Kapalabhati, you're heating up the body. You're becoming aware of the diaphragm and the breath. You're also waking up Kundalini Shakti at the base of the spine, which is unrealized cosmic consciousness. And start to slow it down. Exhale everything out all the way to the bottom. Engage Mula Bandha, lift up at the pelvic floor. You are going to keep that lift till Shavasana. Connect to your Ujjayi Pranayama, your upward victorious breath. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open the eyes, come under the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, reach the arms forward, lengthening through the side of the body. Press into the hands, lift the knees up, come into a downward facing dog. And continue those deep, full inhales and those deep, full exhales. Continue lifting up at the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale, turn the hands slightly out. Exhale 3. It'll help so much with your chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Yes, cobras are one of God's creatures. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, lifting knees up, downward facing dog. So notice how many other beings, animal beings, are in the asana practice. Notice how many shapes of other beings you make. Why do you do that? So that you can experience their bhav, their energetic. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet, pressing the palms down. Modified Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Soften the knees. Slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Let the head be the last thing to come up. and come stand at the front of the mat. Into Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. Gazes at the horizon. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Set a higher intention for the sadhana tonight. Maybe offer the efforts up to the ability to see divinity in all living beings and all things around you. And exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Jiva Mukti Surya Namaskar with straight legs. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Look up at the thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs, look at the shins. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips, look at the navel. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, chaturanga, looking at the wall in front of you. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at the navel. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, left foot next to the right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank, look at the wall in front of you. Exhale, chaturanga, look at the wall in front of you. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog, look at the navel. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look at the wall in front. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back, looking at the wall in front, not the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. That floor ain't gonna go nowhere. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward, looking forward. Exhale, left foot next to the right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urban Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that one more time, but I'm going to add on to it. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, drop to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urban Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay in Cobra. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale, press the toes down. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to earth, tuck toes under, push seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, drop to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Now, exhale, step left foot forward next to right. Take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist. Straighten arms and legs. Good. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot all the way back. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay. Inhale, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Tuck the toes under. Push seat to heels. Lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, drop to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, step right foot forward next to left. Take arms behind back. Clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs in front of you. Stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. Isn't that fun? On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, walk, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Left heel turns down. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1 and stay. Back foot on an angle. Exhale, 1. So a little more like that. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Start with the right side. Exhale, 4. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend the right leg. 1 breath. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Look at the wall in front of you, not the floor. I swear to God, that floor ain't going to move. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. So in your Chaturanga, think of moving forward, not down. A lot of times people will look at the floor because they think it's like a gym push-up. It's not. You're moving forward in time and space. So it's important to look forward in front of you, not at the floor like you're crashing an airplane. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, 45-degree angle, come up warrior 1 on the left side, stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, pull the left hip back. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the left leg, 1 breath. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Inhale, bring the hands down to the earth, looking at the windows or the wall in front of you. Then step back to a plank. Look forward at the wall in front of you. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. So move forward and up. Inhale, upward dog. It's a different energetic. Exhale, downward facing dog. So when you look at the floor, you're like a plane nose diving. On the inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending the right leg. Move the right foot forward a little bit if you need to. Exhale, rebend the right knee tracking down the center of the right foot, warrior 2, stay. Inhale. Exhale, left arm lifts as high as the right. Inhale. Exhale, head and sacral in line with each other. Inhale. Exhale, lower ribs tuck in. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the right leg, 1 breath. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank, looking at the windows. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, 45-degree angle, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Inhale, extending left leg. Move left foot forward a little bit if you need to. Exhale, rebend the left knee. Left foot knee tracking down the center of the foot. Inhale. Exhale, 5 parallel to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, pushing through the back of the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend 1 breath. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank, looking at the windows. Exhale, bend the elbows, looking at the windows. Inhale, upward dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending the right leg. Exhale, reaching toward the windows, looking back at the left hand. Reach, 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 reach. Place the right hand down. Keep looking at the left hand. Look at the left thumb. Try to touch the ceiling with the left thumb. Exhale, 1. Try to pull those lower ribs in so you're not coming into a sway back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, think of yourself as being pressed between 2 panes of glass. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, pressing the feet, come all the way up to stand. Now exhale, bend the right knee. Now inhale, like you're surfing, reach toward the windows. Keep tracking the right knee down the center of the right foot. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Take the left hand down the left thigh. Look into the left palm, tracking the knee down the center of the foot. That's a big mistake people make with reverse warrior. All of a sudden, that right knee's going over to the left side of the mat. Exhale, 1. That should stay right in the center of the foot. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Keep the left hand where it is. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, rebend the right knee. Bring the right hand down onto a block outside the right foot. Inhale, sweep the left arm toward the windows, looking into the left palm, lengthening through the left side of the body this time. And as you reach, kind of turn your left palm to face you and rotate the shoulder on the back. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Good will. Exhale, 3. In a little rotation. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the left hand down. Come under the ball of the left foot. Exhale, extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward till the heel is grounded and you are stabilized. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Look up at the windows. Come to a flat back. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Pressing into the feet. On the inhale, lift up and arch back, coming into a back bend. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Clasp the hands together in a fist behind the back. Now, lift up and arch back, going into a back bend, pulling energy up the front of the right leg. Exhale, fold forward over that extended right leg. Keep pulling right hip back, left hip forward, lifting the arms away from the body. Maybe the chin can rest on the shin. So actually, it's not the forehead. It's lengthening the neck here. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Look up at the windows. Now exhale, bend the right knee. As you bend the right knee, put a little weight in that right foot. Your left heel will come off the floor. On the inhale, lift the left foot off the floor, straightening the right leg, coming into a warrior 3 with a bind. So look at the windows. When you look at the floor, you drop your shoulders. You should be like a table that I could set a whole beautiful vegan meal on top of and have lunch right there. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Now listen. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Bring the left foot next to the right. Exhale, release the hands, Tadasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest and twist deeply over to the right. Left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Now set a little lower in the seat. Place the left hand on a block outside the right foot. Bring your left hand back toward the mirrors. Get your left heel of the hand in line with the right heel of the foot. Put weight into the right foot. Step your left foot back toward the mirrors. Keep your left arm on the outside of your right leg, not in front of your knee. That's the key here. So if you jumped, that means that you got to go back further with this left hand. So there is that tension that's happening. On the inhale, extend the right arm toward the windows and look into the right palm, rotating the shoulder, opening the chest over to the right. Exhale, 1. Inhale, standing spinal twist. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, step the left foot forward next to the right. Now exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer, heart center, twisting right. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, put your hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, walk, jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extending. Exhale, reaching toward the windows, pulling the right hip back. Look back at your right hand. Float your left hand down on your left shin. Raise your right arm up. Keep looking at your right thumb. That left leg will be there, I promise. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Just trust sometimes. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Pressing in the feet. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Bring the gaze back to the left index finger. Now exhale, bend the left knee. Now track the knee down the center of the foot. Reach toward the windows like you're surfing. Then inhale, reverse. Bring the right hand down the right thigh. Lengthen through the left side of the body, but keep the knee tracking down the center of the foot. Exhale, 1, so that knee's not jumping over to the right side of your mat. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg, 1 breath, reverse triangle. Then exhale, rebend the left knee. Place the left hand outside the left foot. Inhale, sweep the right arm toward the windows, looking into the right palm, rolling the right shoulder blade onto the back, opening the chest to the right. Exhale, 1. There's the extended angle. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, extend the left leg. Move the right foot forward until the heel is on the ground and you are stable. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway. Look up at the windows. Exhale, bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Pressing into the feet, lift up and arch back by pressing down to come up. And then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Veronique, it seems like to me you're a little too wide. I think you should come up a little. On the inhale, bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Lift up and arch back, pulling energy up the front of the left leg. Then exhale, folding over the left leg, pulling the left hip back, lifting the arms away from the body. Here again, the neck extends, not contracts. So the chin tries to rest on the ankle instead of the forehead on the shin bone. Inhale. There's a lengthening of the neck. Exhale, 2. If you have a tendency always to look down, think of this will help you look forward. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale. Lift the torso halfway. Look at the windows. Now put a little bend in the left knee. Shift weight into the left foot. Your right heel will come off the floor. Your right foot will become light. On the inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, extending the left leg, dorsiflexing the right foot. Warrior 3, balance. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale, lift up, bring the right foot next to the left. Exhale, release the hands, Tadasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands together in the center of the chest and twist deeply over to the left. Get the right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Now sit a little lower, and I swear to God, a block helps, especially if that arm pops out in front of your knee. Now, you got to move your right hand back so your right heel is in line with your left heel. That's better. Now, shift weight into the left foot. Step your right foot all the way back without letting that right arm jump out in front of your left knee. So right foot comes back toward the mirrors. There you go. Step all the way back. Lunge. Woo, that's so much better than the first time. Now, extend the left arm toward the windows. Look into the left palm. There's a twist for you. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, remain in a twist. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, come stand up, Tardasana. Step away from the front of your mat, about 2 feet. Give yourself a little space. Bring the feet together, big toes and heels touch. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra in the center of the chest. Lift high on the balls of the feet like you're in high heel shoes. Now press those inner heels together, because once they touch, it's easier to stay balanced. Tiptoe asana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Keep the heels in the air. Start to bend the knees. Descend the seat toward those lifted heels. Use Mula Bandha so you're not wiggling and wobbling over there. As the seat comes all the way down to the heels, open up the knees. Place the hands on the floor underneath the shoulders. Lift the knees up, get the knees into the armpits, or squeeze the upper arm bones with the knees. Both are correct. They just change the asana a little bit. Bend the elbows, put weight into the hands, lift the toes off the floor, get the toes to touch. Pull the heels up toward the seat and look toward the windows, not the floor. Bakasana. Sometimes this is a crane, sometimes it's a crow, but it's a bird. Exhale 1, notice that it's a bird. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, push, come into a child's seat. From here, turn the palms to face upward like you're catching raindrops in the hands. Notice how that brings the elbows a little closer together and brings external rotation to the shoulders. Make a fist with your hands, keeping the elbows where they are. Then place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Then tuck the toes under and lift the knees up. Walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. This is a dolphin. You can stay in this dolphin. If you wish to go further, bring the knees into the chest, lift the heels toward the seat like you did in Bakasana, crow. Then lift the knees up toward the sky. Extend the legs all the way up and stay in a headstand. So Amy, one of the things I'm seeing is happening, you're letting your palms kind of go open, So what I would do, interlace the fingers, put your pinky finger inside, then make a fist, and then bring the elbows in so you have more room. Put your head here behind your watch. Now lift your knees. There. Now see, that's much better. Then bring the knees into the chest like crow. Yeah, just lift the toes up, just like a crow, putting weight in your arms. So lift the heels toward the seat like a crow. Woo, woo, woo. You got to use that. Then lift the hips. Go. Don't get wild with the legs. You can see yourself in the mirror. Then dorsiflex for a moment. Dorsiflex. Find Tadasana upside down. Inward rotation of the thighs. That's going to help with the anterior pelvic tilt, and pull your ribs in. So find, that changes everything. When you pull the ribs in, when you stick the ribs out, you're going into an anterior pelvic tilt. Rotate inward. Get your knees to kiss. So don't squeeze your butt so much. Use your quadriceps and adductors. Yeah, so you can see that now. Good. Inward rotation. Woo! You okay, Will? Inward rotation. Okay, good work. There you go. Did you just get dizzy? All right, last 10 breaths. If you want to come up, try to come up the last 10 breaths, you can, or you can stay down. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come down and rest in a child's seat. So you can reach back, hold on to the ankles, make a little space from the jaw and the shoulders. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Lift the shoulders up. And then bring the knees together. Bring the shin bones out on a V shape. So your knees are going to touch, your thighs are going to touch. You're going to sit down in between the ankle bones. In Virasana, the seat of the hero. Hari Om. Now, take your hands behind you. Come and lay down. And extend your arms out. Supta Virasana, reclining hero. So in yin, they usually take the legs apart, which is because you're relaxing. But I want you to keep Mula Bandha engaged, so squeeze your legs together. Yeah, and then notice, and it's just different. In yin style, they'll always say, take your knees apart. But now, just notice how much more like the brahmacharya is there, right? Breathe. 10 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now place the hands on the floor next to the hips. Lift the shoulders up. And then bring the hands forward. Come onto the hands and knees. Extend your right leg back into a lunge. Give the right knee a little break. Then drop the right knee to the floor. Extend your left leg back. Give your left knee a break. Then drop the left knee to the floor. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat to the heels. Lift the knees up. Coming back into downward facing dog. Little neutralizing down dog. So how many little animals have we made so far? Does everybody keeping count of them? Well, let's add a few more to it. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. And exhale, come down. Bring the feet as wide as the mat. The toes, the big toes are going to be on the outside of the mat. Then bend your forearms and put your forearms down on the ground like you're like a sphinx. And then lift your chest up, lift your head, and then walk your forearms back a little bit. Now with your forearms, kind of push the floor away, squeeze at the glutes, and push the pubic bone into the floor. Try to lift your chest up high. Your upper abdomen's going to lift up a little bit, and your navel's going to lift off the floor. So, Veronique, you want to lift up a little bit more in the sternum. Keep the forearms down, though, but press away and lift up. Imagine that you're the Sphinx. So, like, the Sphinx of Egypt. Exhale, 1. They don't know, the Egyptians, when the Greeks showed up into Egypt, the Egyptians didn't even know how old the Sphinx was. It had been there so long. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down and make a little pillow with your forearms. Bring the forehead to the pillow and just rock out the hips a little bit. Bakhe asana or Ardha Bakhe asana, half frog. So before we do a full frog, we're going to do a half frog. So bend the right elbow, put the forearm down just like you did in Sphinx. That's going to lift your chest up. Then bend the left knee and with your left hand, reach back, grab the inside of your left foot. So right forearm comes to the ground, lifting your chest up. Bend the left knee, this one over on the other side. This comes down. Reach back, grab the inside. Get your thumb right here on your big toe. Now, you got to lift your elbow up and internally rotate the shoulder as you press down, and then rotate the wrist so your fingers go in the same direction as your toes. And then you're going to draw your left shoulder back down and push into your forearm and lift your chest as you press down on the top of the left foot. Half frog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release the left foot. Make a little pillow with the forearms. Rest the forehead on the pillow. And rock out the hips. Must be difficult being a frog. And especially if you're just a half frog, right? Imagine what it's like to be a full frog. All right. So let's do the other side. Place the left forearm on the ground. That's going to prop the chest up, just like when you were in Sphinx. Then bend the right knee, reach back with your right hand, grab the inside of the right foot. Get your thumb underneath the big toe of the right foot. Then press down, but then you got to internally rotate the shoulder. Lift the elbow up. Rotate at the wrist, getting the fingers in line with the toes. And instead of going out to the side wheel, you're way out here to the side, you're going to go straight down. Exhale, 1. Yep. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release the right foot. Make a little pillow with the forearms. Rest the forehead on the pillow and rock out the hips. Full frog. Full frog's a little bit more difficult because you got to do that internal rotation with the shoulders, lifting the elbows up and rotating the wrists at the same time on the left and right side. And that gets people they get a little like they don't know where they're going. So let's just walk through it. Bend both the knees. Reach back, grab the inside of the feet. Get your thumbs right on that inside of that big toe. Now, internally rotate the shoulders. Lift the elbows up and rotate the wrists so the fingers are pointing toward the windows. Then press down on the tops of the feet and lift the head and chest up. So, Veronique, you're not kicking back. You're pressing down, bringing your heels toward your butt, and you're lifting your chest up. Exhale, 1. But your hand should be in the opposite direction. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Nice, Stephanie. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, Amy. Release the feet and rock out the hips. Must be hard being a frog. Every time they would call that at Jivamukti back in the old days, I would have to go to the bathroom. I don't know why. I'd go, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Very sometimes you have to kind of like make friends with certain asanas that are difficult. All right, little vinyasa on the inhale. Come forward to a plank, and then go upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yep. Then come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor again. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. And then exhale, come down. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. As you grab the ankles, pull the navel toward the spine, shifting the weight from the pubic bone to the navel. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Now, this is the reverse energy of frog. You're kicking back. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Release the feet. Relax. Bring the hands next to the chest. The elbows are close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, bring the knees to rest behind the wrist crease and lift the shoulders up, coming onto your shins. Now, you have a choice. You can tuck under the toes, but you are warmed up pretty much for a Ustrasana. So sometimes I'll do a rabbit, then a camel, but we can go straight into camel today with all that frog and that half Virasana. Knees are powered by 2 fists, hands on the hips. And when I say on the hips, you want to get the hands on the hips, but then bring the thumbs onto the sacrum. So you have a little awareness of the sacral, right? Bring the chin and the chest. Now, instead of just moving the hips forward, imagine that you're going to lift the sacral up to your chest. So grow a little longer and taller before you throw your head back. Then start to arch back and see if you can put your hands on the soles of the feet. Now, as you put the hands on the soles of the feet, the last thing you do is let the head go back. Yes. And then breathe. Camel. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Goodwill. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up, leading with the shoulders. And exhale, bring the knees together. Cross one big toe over the other and come sit on the heels in Bhadrasana, thunder seat, which is different from Virasana. The knees are together. You're sitting on the heels, and your one big toe is on top of the other. That's a little key about thunder. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, this is so easy, it's almost insane. Bring both the hands over to the left. Come sit on your left hip and lay down on your back with your feet toward the windows and your head toward the mirrors. I told you it was insane. All right. Now, I'm going to teach you a little asana that's, I don't even know the Sanskrit name for it. Tiptoe fish, but it's a fish. It's a fish, and it's a back bend, okay? So we're going to start out by doing half bridge, Setu Bandha Asana. So bend the knees, touch the heels with the fingertips, lift the hips, the lower the middle back, clasp the hands together and a fist underneath you. Half bridge, inhale. Exhale, 1, inhale. Exhale, 2, inhale. Exhale, 3, inhale. Exhale, 4, inhale. Exhale, 5. Release your hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. Now, in tiptoe fish, you start out by coming into Setu Bandha Asana, okay? And I'm going to call this out for you, but I want you to know where we're going. You're going to walk your feet together. The big toes and the heels touch, just like in Bakasana when we kind of did that tiptoe descent. You walk your feet back toward the mirrors until you're on the ball of the foot and you're behind your glutes, your butt. Rest on your heels. Then you put your hands next to your ears and you lift your chest up and come onto the top of your head. When you're on the top of the head, you walk your hands a little toward the windows, allowing the knees to drop to the floor. So now you're on the balls of the feet, the heels are on the buttocks, and the knees are on the ground. Top of the head is also now on the ground. Then you extend your arms toward the mirrors and bring your hands into prayer, and that's why they call it tiptoe fish, because you're on your tiptoes in a fish, okay? So here, we're going to do it. Let's do it. Bend the knees. You're going to tickle the heels with the fingertips. Lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Okay? Then walk the feet together till the feet touch. The big toes, the heels, the bunions touch. Then walk your feet back toward the mirrors. Sit your butt down on your heels. So you're like a ballet dancer almost. Yep. Now put your hands on the floor next to your head. Now lift your chest and come onto the top of your head and move your knees to the floor without twisting. That's the key. Do it gently and then move your knees to the floor. And then rest your knees down and rest your head on the ground. Now extend your arms toward the mirrors and bring your hands together in a prayer position, balancing on your thumbs now. Tiptoe fish. Good for you. Inhale. Good, Stephanie. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now put the hands on the floor next to the head. Lift your chin into your chest. Bring your shoulders back down to the ground. Your knees will lift up. And walk your feet toward the windows. Good for you, Amy. That's the first time you ever did that one? That one's cool, right? Yeah. All right. So after all that, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. As one unit on the inhale, lift the body off the ground. Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow seat. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. You know, like a lot of times in our sequencing, we tend to act like upward bow is the most advanced and intense back bend that you could do. It's not. That's always like kind of you're always going to do 3 upward bows. But it doesn't mean that there's nothing after upward bow. Like a lot of times it's like, oh, upward bow is the ending of the back bends. Well, maybe not today. I don't know. Place the hands next to the head because I want you to experience more animals. On the inhale, lift up again. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. One more time. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, lift back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now, extend your legs out in front of you like you're in Shavasana. Bring your left arm alongside the left ear and roll over onto the abdomen, facing the mirrors. See, I told you there was a reason why I had you do that. I want you, well, today we're going to experience, we don't do this asana a lot. It's called Kapindula asana. Kapindula is a bird that lives off of dewdrops. I think it is, I don't know if it's a real bird or not. There may be a bird in India that only lives off of dewdrops. I don't know. But it's a back bend, but it's also a balancing asana. We're going to do it 2 ways. Okay, so bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs, and upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, right? On your inhale, come forward to a plank. And then exhale, drop down to the right knee. Now come onto the inside of the left foot. Take your right hand and make sure your right hand's underneath your right shoulder. Now lift your left arm up like you're in a Vaishesasana. Now bend your left knee and bring your left foot behind you. Grab your left foot with your left hand. Yep. Now kick your left foot back and open your chest up to the right, to the left side. So this is a variation of this on the right knee, but in reality, the right leg should be like a Vaishesasana, balancing in a side plank. Just release, put the left hand down, and switch sides. Come onto the left knee. Step your right foot out like a plank. Then bend your right knee, reach back, grab your right foot. Then kick back and come into a back bend and just feel what that feels like to do that. Okay, but here again, like I said, in the full variation of the asana, the left leg is extended like in a side plank. Then release the right foot, come back onto the hands and knees, go back to a down dog. Now you have a choice. You can do that variation or you can try it as a side plank variation. I told you this was harder than an upward bow. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Now bring the big toes and heels to touch. Now exhale onto the right hand, the outside of the right foot. Now bend the left knee behind you, reach back with your left hand, grab your left foot and kick your left foot back into your hands and move your hips toward the left side of the room. Exhale, 1. Good. Kapindula asana. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Release the left foot. Place the left hand down. Go back to a downward dog. That's easy. That one's hard. Yeah, you want my towel? On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Now bring the feet together. Come on to the left side. So that's the left side, yes. Now bend the right knee behind you, reach back with your right hand, grab your right foot, but see if you can lift up and extend through that leg, or you can do that variation and kick back into you. Good. Exhale, 1. Good, Stephanie. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. I told you that was harder than upward bow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now listen, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look through your hands. Inhale, shoot your legs through your hands. Come sit down, extending the legs out in front of you, looking at the mirrors. Good for you. Now bend the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Lift the left arm up. And exhale, twist over to the right. So you can step that foot over if you want to. You get a little deeper twist there. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist left. Then inhale, come center and extend the right leg. Bend the left knee, put the left foot on the outside of the right. Then lift the right arm up and do a good deep twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, center. And exhale, counter twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend the left leg. Dorsiflex feet. Inhale, lift head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana. Intense stretch of the western side of the body. Is that right, Veronique? Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips. Bend the knees. Place the feet where the knees were. Feet about hips width distance apart. Hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down. And then open up the knees. Bring the feet together. Move the heels a little closer to the pubic bone. Using the thumbs, open up the soles of the feet like a book. And exhale, fold forward. Seat of the cobbler. Cobblers, I like this asana also when you talk about like seeing the divine in all beings. Cobbler's seat is supposed to represent a person on the street fixing shoes. And if you've ever seen somebody fix the soles of a shoe, they're leaned over like you are, looking at the sole of the shoe, and they're bowing down to everybody who walks by. So there's something very humbling about a cobbler seat. They bow down to all that walk by. They see the divine in all that walk by. That's why this asana exists. So it's kind of a nice way to kind of say, oh, I'm going to show that respect and admiration to all living beings that have that energetic of Bhagawan. Bhagavan, Bhagawan, Bhagavate, all those are the same thing. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Keep the knees like they are. Come lay down on the back. From here, you have a little choice. You can stay in this Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining cobbler, or you can come into shoulder stand. If you would like to go to the wall and bring legs up the wall in Viparina Karani, you can also come into Viparina Karani. Those are your 3 options. So it's up to you. When we're given choices in life, I would say always make the best one. One of the things that I think happens to us as humans, and I see it a lot, especially with people who own pets. are people who say they like animals, right? And I like animals, is that we tend to project our human qualities onto animals. My gurus, my teachers, Sharon Gannon and David Life, tended to project human qualities onto animals sometimes unfairly. And for a long time, I taught that way. But when I met my guru, Yogeshri Sudarshan Kanan, Yogeshri talked about how that each being was programmed to do a certain thing, and that humans are programmed the most complicated because we can ask questions and we can change our desires and what it is that we want out of life and how we're going to proceed to do it. And he said, a woodpecker is programmed just to peck wood. That's what they do. That's how they get food. And you can't tell a woodpecker to stop pecking wood. It won't understand that. And just like that mountain lion I talked about earlier, like you can't tell a mountain lion, don't attack smaller prey because it's a predator. It's been programmed to be a predator. They're beautiful animals and we should respect them. And that means also not stealing their space and building houses where they need to live. You see, humans have a choice to do that. The mountain lion doesn't know the difference. It's just his territory, and he doesn't understand why you're encroaching on his territory. Cockroaches are programmed to be cockroaches. If you don't like cockroaches, don't move to New York City because there's a bunch of them, and they're programmed to do what they're programmed to do. But it's only the human species that can set and ponder these ideas and even come up with a list of yamas or niyamas to say, I'm going to live in harmony and in an equitable way with all beings. I'm not going to harm. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to abuse. I'm not going to hold on to everything. And so humans have to take that step to protect those beings that share this ecosystem with us. No mountain lion is going to go and protest at Congress about the Clean Air and Clean Water Act. But when humans decide to get rid of that so that oil companies can drill in national parks, we're stealing and encroaching upon their territory, and we're taking away and grasping the things that they may need, clean air, clean water, so we can just profit financially. We're not seeing that divine energy in anything. We're only seeing the idea that there may be a monetary gain in it. So as a consciously aware person, what is it that you need to do? Well, you should write letters to Congress. You should write your state legislatures. You should say, we expect more from you. You're the people in power. We see what you're doing and we don't like what you're doing. It may feel like that you can't change a lot by doing that, but every little voice counts. And then you stop using the companies that are going to do that. We just bought an electric car, so we would stop using petroleum. You make little decisions like that so you can live by those yamas and incorporate them into your life and be a more conscious and aware person of the others around you, and see their bhav, their energetic of divinity, and honor that. Allow the toes to come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Extend the arms away from you. Inhale. Exhale, 1, Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bend the knees. Bring the knees alongside the ears. Hold on to the back of the knee joint. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then place the hands on the floor toward the mirror. Slowly come down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the floor. Once the hips touch the floor, lift the torso up, unfold the mat, move any blanket or any prop you have out from underneath you out to the side. And we did a tiptoe fish. Now we're just going to do a regular old fish. Lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, press into the elbows, lift the chest, come onto the top of the head. Matsyasana, seat of the fish. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Press into the elbows, bring the chin in the chest, and come down. And let's set up for Shavasana, seat of the corpse. You can place a blanket underneath the knees. You can place a blanket on top of you. Let the breath now breathe the body. You don't have to breathe in any special way. Relax at the pelvic floor, letting go of Ujjayi Prana, of the Mula Bandha. Let the body be heavy and let the earth just support the weight of the body. Shavasana, seat of the corpse. Gently starts to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Then gently roll over to the right. And pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up. And come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. As you choose the seat, commit to the seat. And allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but meditation should have breath awareness. The palms can rest on the thighs up or down. You can even bring the index finger and the thumb to touch if you wish in Chin Mudra. Start to close the eyes and bring the senses inward. Begin to focus the mind. And as you inhale, silently chant to yourself Hari. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself Om. Inhale Hari. Exhale Om. Hari Om. Gently bringing the hands together in undulating mudra. And bowing the head slightly. Giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, and thank you for all the hard work. I know that was a challenging class.